Shortly after I announced my candidacy for the U.S. Congress, I was speaking at a high school graduation, and just before I was about to walk up on the stage, a gentleman came over to me and he said, "Barry, in one sentence, can you tell me why you're running for Congress?" Without hesitation, I turned and I pointed to where my three children were sitting, and I said, because they deserve better than what we're passing on to them. We all know that Washington is broken. Irresponsible fiscal policies are literally mortgaging our children's future. Congress no longer listens to the voice and the will of the people, and every day we're losing more and more of our God-given liberties. But I know that we can restore this nation. Throughout the history of this nation, there has never been an obstacle that we have not been able to overcome when we stand together. I call this American exceptionalism. My dad was a medic in World War II, and during D-Day and the Battle of the Bulge, he saw the absolute worst of humanity, but yet he believed in the greatness of America. He passed along to me a strong sense of patriotism, but he also gave me words of wisdom which have really influenced my life. He used to tell me, "Son, there is no reason to complain. If there's something that you don't like, you have two choices. You can either do something to change the situation, or accept it as inevitable and just go on with your life, but never only complain." Many years ago, I was driving home from work, and on the radio I heard about the terrorist attack on the Marine barracks in Lebanon. I became very angry and started to complain, and then I remembered the words of my father who said, "Son, you can do something about it." When I got home, I sat with my wife and I told her how my dad had served in World War II and my brother served in Vietnam, and now I felt it was my turn to serve my country. After serving 8 years in the United States Air Force, my family and I moved back to my home state of Georgia, where I started my own business. And one day I was on the way home and I heard on the radio about a bill that had passed the Georgia General Assembly, a bill that took away some of our freedoms. Again, I became angry and started to complain, but I remembered the words of my father that said, "Son, you can do something about it." So I ran for the Georgia House of Representatives. When I think about what's going on in Washington today, I become angry. And again, the words of my father says, "Son, do something about it." And that's why I'm running for the U.S. Congress. My dad also told me something else. He said, "Son, there are things that are worth fighting for. For me, those things are my faith, my family, and my freedom." I know that we can turn this nation around when we stand together. Will you stand with me to restore America? Not for the sake of ourselves, but for the sake of our children.